Candido Marcano is P8. The qualification session is at Bahrain in Sakhir, Bahrain. The wind speed is 12 km/h from the south-southwest. Juan Pablo Aristizabal from Colombia is P1. Juan Martin Botero from Colombia is P3. Jose Miguel Moncada from Colombia is 4th. Alejandro Arango from Colombia is 4th. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is 10th. Juan Martin Botero is second. Alejandro Arango from Colombia is sixth up 27.19. Jean-Pierre Parent from Colombia is P8 up 20.90. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is first up 0.52. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Juan Pablo Aristizabal improved his first with a 1:49.076. Juan Martin Botero is fourth up 0.35. Juan Martin Botero improved his P4 with a 1:52.743. 3.667 off pole. Candido Marcano from Venezuela, Bolivarian Republic of is P6 up 1.83. Best lap is a 1:58.752. 9.676 off pole. Candido Marcano improved his P6 with a 1:56.959. 7.883 off pole. Camilo Gomez from Colombia is 11th up 3.94. Candido Marcano is P7 up 1.57. Candido Marcano improved is 7th with a 155.323. 6.247 off pole. Jose Miguel Moncada is 4th up 1.00. Jose Miguel Moncada improved is P3 with a 151.241. 2.165 off pole. J.Enriquez from Colombia is P10 up 2.00. Camilo Gomez is P12 up 0.78. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Candido Marcano is 10th up 0.54. Candido Marcano improved is P10 with a 154.767. 5.691 off pole. Jose Miguel Moncada is 6th. Jose Miguel Moncada improved is 4th with a 150.580. 1.504 off pole. J.Enriquez is 3rd up 0.63. J.Enriquez is provisional pole with a 148.686. Alex Borsov from Colombia is P11 up 2.68. Carlos Huertas from Colombia is P7 up 1.16. Carlos Huertas improved is 7th with a 151.274. 2.588 off pole. Candido Marcano is P10 up 1.71. Candido Marcano improved his P10 with a 153.222. 4.536 off pole. Alejandro Arango is P9 up 0.53. Alejandro Arango improved his 8th with a 152.641. 3.955 off pole. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P2 up 0.37. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is provisional pole with a 148.413. Alex Borsov is 12th up 1.86. Five minutes remaining in the session. Jose Miguel Moncada is 5th. Best lap is a 150.502. 2.089 off pole. Alejandro Arango is 8th up 0.26. Alex Borsov is 12th up 0.51. Alejandro Arango is P8 up 0.12. Alex Borsov is 12th up 2.37. Alex Borsov improved his 11th with a 156.341. 7.928 off pole. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is first. Best lap is a 1:48.413. Alejandro Arango is P8 up 0.59. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P3 up 0.10. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Jean-Pierre Ferrand improved his third with a 1:48.724. 0.311 off pole. Alejandro Arango is P8. Best lap is a 1:52.641. 4.228 off pole. Leonardo Bustamante from Colombia is P6. Best lap is a 1:51.110. 2.697 off pole. Juan Martin Botero is 9. Best lap is a 1:52.743. 4.330 off pole. Leonardo Bustamante is P6. Juan Martin Botero is 9. The race session is at Bahrain in Sakhir, Bahrain. The wind speed is 8 km/h from the south. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P3. Director entering the pits is P16. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P1. Race start. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is first. Jean-Pierre Ferrand from Colombia is second. Jose Miguel Moncada from Colombia is P5. Candido Marcano from Venezuela, Bolivarian Republic of is 9. Candido Marcano passed Alejandro Arango for P8. Leonardo Bustamante from Colombia is fourth. Candido Marcano is P9. Alejandro Arango from Colombia is P9. Candido Candido Marcano is 9th battling Alejandro Arango. Alejandro Arango entering the pits is 12th. Candido Marcano is now 8th. Alejandro Arango exiting pits. J.Enriquez from Colombia is P9, 0.6 behind Candido Marcano. Candido Marcano is 8th, 0.1 ahead of J.Enriquez. Candido Marcano lost 8th to J.Enriquez. Alejandro Arango on lap 2 is P12, 0.4 behind Camilo Gomez. Alejandro Arango passed Camilo Gomez for 11th. J.Enriquez from Colombia is P9, 1.0 behind Alex Borsov. J.Enriquez passed Alex Borsov for 8th. Leonardo Bustamante entering the pits is P12. Leonardo Bustamante is P4. Jose Miguel Moncada entering the pits is P12. Jose Miguel Moncada is P6. Leonardo Bustamante exiting pits. Jose Miguel Moncada exiting pits. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is 2nd, 0.4 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Camilo Gomez entering the pits is 11th. Jose Miguel Moncada is 7th, 0.4 behind Candido Marcano. Camilo Gomez exiting pits. J.Enriquez on lap 3 is P8, 0.5 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. J.Enriquez passed Jose Miguel Moncada for P7. Jose Miguel Moncada is P8, 0.3 ahead of Carlos Huertas. J.Enriquez is 7th, 0.5 behind Candido Marcano. Candido Marcano is P7, 0.4 behind J.Enriquez. Candido Marcano was 3.7 faster last lap. Jose Miguel Moncada is 8th, 0.3 behind Candido Marcano. Jose Miguel Moncada is now P6. Candido Marcano is 9. Best lap is a 1:59.534. 8.925 off the fastest lap. Carlos Huertas from Colombia is 7th, 0.5 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Carlos Huertas was 18.8 faster last lap. Camilo Gomez entering the pits is P12. Camilo Gomez exiting pits. Javier Enriquez is P8, 1.1 behind Carlos Huertas. Juan Martin Botero from Colombia is P4. Juan Martin Botero entering the pits is P4. Juan Martin Botero exiting pits. Juan Martin Botero lost P4 to Leonardo Bustamante. Jose Miguel Moncada entering the pits is 12. Jose Miguel Moncada is P8. Javier Enriquez on lap 5 is P7, 0.4 behind Carlos Huertas. Jose Miguel Moncada exiting pits. Javier Enriquez passed Carlos Huertas for P6. Carlos Huertas is 7, 0.5 behind Javier Enriquez. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is second, 1.8 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Carlos Huertas is P7, 1.3 behind Javier Enriquez. Carlos Huertas was 2.2 faster last lap. Leonardo Bustamante entering the pits is P12. Leonardo Bustamante is P5, 0.7 behind Juan Martin Botero. Leonardo Bustamante exiting pits. Leonardo Bustamante lost P6 to Carlos Huertas. Candido Marcano is P8, 2.4 ahead of Alejandro Arango. Carlos Huertas is 6th, 1.8 behind Javier Enriquez. Juan Pablo Aristizabal from Colombia is first, 2.1 ahead of Jean-Pierre Ferrand. Juan Pablo Aristizabal was 0.9 faster last lap. Javier Enriquez is P5, 3.2 behind Juan Martin Botero. Javier Enriquez entering the pits is 12. Javier Enriquez exiting pits. J.Enriquez lost P8 to Alejandro Arango. Alejandro Arango is P8, 0.5 behind Candido Marcano. Carlos Huertas is 5th, 1.5 ahead of Leonardo Bustamante. Carlos Huertas was 13.9 faster last lap. Alejandro Arango is P8, 0.5 behind Candido Marcano. Juan Martin Botero on lap 7 is P4. Juan Martin Botero entering the pits is 4th. Jose Miguel Moncada is 9th, 0.3 ahead of J.Enriquez. Juan Martin Botero exiting pits. Candido Marcano is P7, 0.5 behind Juan Martin Botero. Alejandro Arango is P9, 0.2 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. J.Enriquez is 10th, 0.2 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Alejandro Arango is P9, 0.4 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Jose Miguel Moncada was 11.4 faster last lap. Jose Miguel Moncada from Colombia is 8th, 0.5 behind Candido Marcano. Jose Miguel Moncada is now P7. Alejandro Arango is P8, 0.5 ahead of J.Enriquez. Alejandro Arango was 13.9 faster last lap. J.Enriquez is 9, 0.5 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Jose Miguel Moncada was 25.3 faster last lap. Jose Miguel Moncada is 8, 0.2 ahead of J.Enriquez. Jose Miguel Moncada lost 8th to J.Enriquez. J.Enriquez is P8. 0.5 behind Alejandro Arango. J.Enriquez passed Alejandro Arango for P7. Alejandro Arango is P8, 0.5 behind J.Enriquez. Jose Miguel Moncada is P9. Best lap is a 1:53.684. 4.449 off the fastest lap. Jose Miguel Moncada passed Alejandro Arango for 8th. Alejandro Arango is 9, 0.3 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Alejandro Arango was 0.5 faster last lap. Gomez from Colombia is 12. Alejandro Arango is 9, 1.4 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Jose Miguel Moncada was 1.2 faster last lap. Alex Borsov entering the pits is P11. Santiago Idarraga from Spain is P3. Alex Borsov exiting pits. Carlos Huertas is 5th. Leonardo Bustamante is P4. Candido Marcano from Venezuela, Bolivarian Republic of is 10th, 4.3 behind Alejandro Arango. Juan Martin Botero is P6. Gomez is P12, 1.0 behind Alex Borsov. Camilo Gomez was 27.8 faster last lap. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P1. 2.6 ahead of Jean-Pierre Ferrand. Camilo Gomez is 12, 0.4 behind Alex Borsov. Camilo Gomez passed Alex Borsov for P11. Alex Borsov from Colombia is 12, 0.5 behind Camilo Gomez. Carlos Huertas is P5. Carlos Huertas entering the pits is 5th. Camilo Gomez is 11th, 3.1 ahead of Alex Borsov. Camilo Gomez was 8.2 faster last lap. Carlos Huertas is 9, 4.3 ahead of Candido Marcano. Carlos Huertas exiting pits. Carlos Huertas lost 9th to Candido Marcano. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P2, 1.4 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Jose Miguel Moncada from Colombia is P7, 0.5 behind Juan Martin Botero. Alex Borsov entering the pits is 12. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P2, 1.0 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Jose Miguel Moncada is 7th. Best lap is a 151.844. 2.644 off the fastest lap. Jean-Pierre Ferrand entering the pits is 8th. Jose Miguel Moncada passed Juan Martin Botero for P6. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is 2nd. Camilo Gomez is 11th. Best lap is a 155.835. 6.635 off the fastest lap. Santiago Idarraga entering the pits is P10. Alex Borsov exiting pits. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is 2nd. Jean-Pierre Ferrand exiting pits. Santiago Idarraga is P3. Best lap is a 149.903. 0.703 off the fastest lap. Santiago Idarraga exiting pits. Leonardo Bustamante from Colombia is 4th. Leonardo Bustamante entering the pits is P10. Santiago Idarraga is P3. Alex Borsov is P12, 0.3 behind Camilo Gomez. Leonardo Bustamante is P5. Leonardo Bustamante exiting pits. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P1. Juan Pablo Aristizabal entering the pits is 7th. Alex Borsov is 12th. Candido Marcano entering the pits is P10. Camilo Gomez entering the pits is P12. Candido Marcano is P9. Carlos Huertas is P8. Jose Miguel Moncada exiting pits. Juan Pablo Aristizabal exiting pits. Camilo Gomez exiting pits. Candido Marcano exiting pits. Jose Miguel Moncada is P9. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:49.235. 0.035 off the fastest lap. Alex Borsov is 12th. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is 1st. Leonardo Bustamante from Colombia is P5. Camilo Gomez entering the pits is P11. Leonardo Bustamante lost P5 to Juan Martin Botero. J.Enriquez is P4. J.Enriquez entering the pits is 4th. Camilo Gomez exiting pits. Santiago Idarraga from Spain is P3, 3.3 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Santiago Idarraga was 38.7 faster last lap. Alejandro Arango is 7th. Alejandro Arango entering the pits is 10th. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P1. J.Enriquez exiting pits. Alejandro Arango is 8th. Alejandro Arango exiting pits. Bustamante is P5, 1.2 behind Juan Martin Botero. Juan Martin Botero was 5.8 faster last lap. Juan Martin Botero is 5th, battling Leonardo Bustamante. Juan Martin Botero was 5.8 faster last lap. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is P1. Juan Martin Botero entering the pits is P5. Juan Martin Botero is P5. Best lap is a 1:53.278. 4.078 off the fastest lap. Camilo Gomez is 11th. Juan Martin Botero is P7. Juan Martin Botero exiting pits. Alejandro Arango entering the pits is P10. Alejandro Arango is 8th, 1.4 ahead of Jose Miguel Moncada. Alejandro Arango exiting pits. Alejandro Arango lost P8 to Jose Miguel Moncada. J.Enriquez on lap 18 is 6th, 0.6 behind Carlos Huertas. Carlos Huertas was 45.4 faster last lap. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P2, 2.4 ahead of Santiago Idarraga. Carlos Huertas on lap 18 is P6, 0.4 behind J.Enriquez. Santiago Idarraga is 3rd, 2.1 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. Santiago Idarraga was 1.2 faster last lap. Carlos Huertas is P6, 1.2 behind J.Enriquez. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is 1st. Leonardo Bustamante is 4th. Jose Miguel Moncada is 8th, 4.9 ahead of Alejandro Arango. Santiago Idarraga from Spain is P3, 1.4 behind Juan Pablo Aristizabal. J.Enriquez is 5th, 4.3 ahead of Carlos Huertas. Alejandro Arango is 9th, 3.9 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Santiago Idarraga is P3. Is 11th. Juan Pablo Aristizabal is P2. Camilo Gomez entering the pits is 12th. Santiago Idarraga is 3rd. Camilo Gomez exiting pits. Alejandro Arango is P9, 1.5 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Alex Forsoff is 12th. Alejandro Arango is 9th, 1.3 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Leonardo Bustamante is P4. Alejandro Arango from Colombia is 9th, 0.1 behind Jose Miguel Moncada. Jose Miguel Moncada is P9. Leonardo Bustamante is P4. Alex Borsov entering the pits is P12. J.Enriquez is P5. Alex Borsov exiting pits. Jean-Pierre Ferrand is first. Best lap is a 1:49.200. 0.288 off the fastest lap. Leonardo Bustamante on lap 24 is P4. J.Enriquez is P5. Alex Borsov is 12. Alejandro Arango is 8th. Leonardo Bustamante on lap 26 is fourth. Juan Martin Botero from Colombia is P7. Leonardo Bustamante is P4. Best lap is a 150.510. 1.598 off the fastest lap. Camilo Gomez from Colombia is 11th. Alejandro Arango is P8. J.Enriquez is P5. Alejandro Arango on lap 26 is P9. Jean-Pierre Perrin is P1. Leader has just finished the race. Jean-Pierre Perrin finished P1. J.Enriquez finished P5. Candido Marcano finished P10. Juan Pablo Aristizabal finished P2. Santiago Idarraga finished P3. Carlos Huertas finished 6th. Juan Martin Botero is 7th. Juan Martin Botero finished P7. Jose Miguel Moncada is P8. Jose Miguel Moncada finished P8.